lady, what a night. Ding, 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 ding. See, it sounded better when I was practicing like when I was blow drying my hair. And, because you all know that I do a show here, and we're just keeping the fort down. And, all the chips are on, like, the horizon. Or new, like, you believe in comebacks, or you just believe in unity, you believe in all the things that you heard, like me, especially throughout this show, as we started off, we know the whole Benjamin, that's close I can come to it, the scale there, how, like, we all want justice and everything like that. And how some people don't think the others are adequate enough or, caring enough. A lot of caring. And, we're listening to something about, I don't know what it is, this Oxford, I don't know, someone, Purdue University, or something with words, where they want to take out a lot of words because, they're offensive, and, the times have changed. We're in a new era and stuff like that. So they want to, mainly mankind, anything, chairman, mailman, anything. Just think of words that have man in it. They don't think it's, they think it's outdated and stuff like that. Like, we have to get rid of all that, I don't really care. I have a language of my own, I say Benjamin, I don't know, I don't know what the scale thing is there, but I know it. I know it's got a big ball. I believe. I hope I do. I hope I got it right. I was talking to my Aunt Lisa. I said, remember that time with the bridge? The bridge near our house, like growing up, one summer. Oh, what a night! They had one of these big tons, like a big ton ball, and it was huge. We were like little kids, and it was a big ball because they were and she was telling me, well, the reason why I took the bridge down, there was so many, accidents like back then. People were just hitting it, like, a couple times they ran into, like, her yard and stuff like that. Actually, when I was a kid, these two gentlemen hit our house, like they hit the front of our house, stuff like that. There was a lot of accidents. And true to this day, there's always going to be accidents. I mean, you get that on your news. Oh, we had the bad boys behind us. This is it, man. This is the sheriff. Oh, what a night. Late September back in 63. So anyway, we're just gonna stop at the spring water here. Because I'm just riding around aimlessly doing oh, he left. That was the sheriff. Yes, I'm the sheriff. What are you doing? Anyway, I didn't get to the thing there with the paddle and everything. It was like she was telling me about there more deer. Oh, what a night! Late September back in 60. Ah, the animals. Let's get here. We got somebody. We can do a street interview right now, man. We have somebody walking down in the road. There, take my car, man. The sheriff is right down there. So anyway, you got David Germain here. We got him. Maybe put the word in. Get a few others. I don't know. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna turn it down. I mean, it helps. The more the merrier. The spirit. I guess Crispo ended like resist like it's 1776. What do you mean resist? Why resist? And the socialite and all that kind of thing. Yes, cousins, they were going out to the confetti. I know. Like I said, the thing with me is, like, if I'm going to do something, I want something out of it and stuff like that. Or it's just like, I don't know. Because I did this show and everything, like, I often tell Bob, I want, I'll stop by, see the band and everything like that. But, because we had some problems here. a couple, actually last year, around this time last year. It's a long story. Let me have a little of my water. It was just friends, like, friends that I worked with, or just friends I knew. I mean, because, people were coming on, like, Facebook late, even, like, 2 years ago, like, and, they were just, they were, adding people, like, looking at, make a long story short, they got rid of me, because, like, and I don't blame them, at the time, I was doing this show, and I was doing it, like, fierce and often, I was just running out, and, trying to get magic in a bottle, or, try to capture, the old me, like, how I just was, but I was just natural, like, I didn't have all this interference and confusion about, the world. I'll admit that, a couple years ago when I was doing this show, it hurts. It hurts trying to sort all this stuff out, because I'm not neither here nor there. I'm just like for justice, for complete honest justice. It's got to be fair. And I know there's a lot of people that don't like this gentleman, but I was talking to my one cousin. I was like, I made a joke about about what he said at the thing there, whatever the thing is, the CPAC or something like that. Some speakers or they're talking about everything that's going on right now, and I guess even the news, like, they're all concentrating on, like, why would he talk about his hair, like, why? I mean, it's like no matter what he does, we know that, but she's like, why don't he doesn't act presidential, he's not professional, he's not this, he's not that. Well, of course he's nothing like how the way things went. That's the point. I mean, he has to be doing something good, something, I mean, because all the people that sit and say he's this, he's that, he's this and that, I mean, jeez. I mean, was he all that before? Okay. So we'll be back for the closer. I think that's enough here. I think, in my head, I'm thinking we have 20 minutes here. Just on the 2. And, we like to keep the middle one just, a little short. And, we are sort of following the advice of the one other cousin. We have a lot of cousins, believe me. And there are some beautiful cousins. But did I mention about how my one aunt was telling me about how, see, I had this one uncle, or I don't know if it was a distant cousin, but growing up, a lot of my uncles did. They used to pinch your cheeks and your ears and stuff like that. And it was Vito. He really loved me. He really, and Chico, all these Italians and everything. And even the Cheerio guy, all this, I used to go visit my father. It's like, they used to love me. Like, I was doing acting back then and, all that kind of stuff. And, had a good relationship with my dad and stuff like that. And, Applehead, Vito, all these people. And, I mean, here it is, like, how many years I've been doing this show, and we have cousins, my aunts tell me about, like, about the one Vito, about the metal paddle, tell me about, I said, am I related, because you're related to them, like, I'm telling her my situation. I said, I just want to do, like, overnight, like, talk show, like, and, I mean, they sort of listen to you, but they really don't.